Hey there guys, this is Ignite the Fire and welcome back to another episode of Skylanders Spyro Adventure for the 3DS. This is part number 5 and in this episode we're going to hopefully complete the Riven Rock Caverns. And so to get started we are going to jump right into Hector's challenge over here in the Cinder Stream Pass, because in the last episode we managed to complete the first 4 objectives in one run, which was absolutely awesome. So all we have to worry about here is of course that one timed challenge. We have this intro yet again that I know you guys love watching again and again. But actually we've only ever seen that intro one other time, so I'm sure you guys don't mind that much. And I'm sure you guys don't actually mind watching the intros again and again anyway, because they're not even that long. Okay, another thing that this Hector challenge has in common with the last Hector challenge that we did is that you have a really short timer, but you have a lot of clocks along the way to make up for that. That might have been the same for all the other Hector challenges. If it is, then I did not notice until now. I gotta admit, I do like Cinder's X attack a whole lot, but either way, after this Hector challenge is finished, I'm gonna swap out Cinder, but not Drill Sergeant, because you might have got a small glimpse of the upcoming arena battle that has Tech as an elemental match. So I'm going to keep Drill Sergeant for that, as Drill Sergeant is indeed a Tech Skylander. Okay, we're going to jump right around those crystals to head straight for the bounce pad here. Or should I say the super bounce pad. Okay, we defeated that guy because I wanted to. You know, combat, despite the fact that combat isn't the main focus in this game, it's still fun nonetheless, and Cinder barely made that jump. Cinder is a way better jumper than Drill Sergeant, because if you remember in the last episode, Drill Sergeant isn't the best jumper, but he still managed to do stupid well in the Tech Challenge by making some very, very close jumps. And that part was epic as well, might I add. Okay, we're not even going to bother about the dynamite here. Well, I say that, but I ran into it anyway, so oops-a-daisy. Yeah, from now on I'm just going to keep my mouth shut when it comes to stuff like that, because as everybody knows, the minute you say something in a Let's Play, you've jinxed yourself. It's what's known as the Let's Play curse. It's worse in games like Mario Kart. Actually, especially Mario Kart. Like, if you say, oh, let's hope that a blue doesn't come, a blue will come. You can trust me on that. Speaking of Mario Kart, I recently watched Blitzwinger's Let's Play on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, because now that I do YouTube, I don't watch it as much, but I still do watch it an awful lot, and because of that I watch a whole lot of YouTube channels. Like, as I just mentioned, I do like Blitzwinger a lot, and I also like We Like to Play, and I also like, in terms of Skylander channels, I like Crashing the Skylands, and Portmaster 9351. But you guys can trust me on this. This is not a sponsored video, but either way we're going to move right on to the arena battle here and shut up about, you know, other YouTube channels and stuff, because this isn't about them, this is about me. Because I'm just that selfish in life. I'm kidding, I'm like one of the most selfless people I know, along with some of my friends. Like, my friends are so selfless sometimes. Okay, we're going to reactivate the Radiance pool here, because it's no good when it's not spewing out Radiance for me. Okay, we got Trolls here to defeat. Boom, okay. Radiance Rush, so we're going to take as much of an advantage from that as we can. Okay, as for when this and the console Let's Play is finished, I'm going to move on to Giants, and Giants is going to be the same structure, so the console will be every other day, and the 3DS will be every other day. So that then, like, the playlists tie in with each other, so that then, like, the day that I don't upload the console, the 3DS is uploaded, and the day I don't upload the 3DS, the console is uploaded. Okay, we're almost into round 3 here. Okay, for some reason, I tapped Cinder several times, you guys probably saw it, but for some reason it didn't seem to want to let me to swap out for her for some reason. Yeah, I think my game is glitched. It doesn't want to let me swap for some reason. And that's strange because glitches in this game are so uncommon. But I can say the complete opposite for the console version because glitches do happen, of course. You know, no game is without a glitch. But the Skylanders game is actually very good for glitches. Like, you don't really find glitches unless you go hunting for them. And when you do go hunting for them, there's some really awesome glitches. But really, for worst glitches you can get in the Skylanders games is like glitches where the say there's an area where the gate to the next area will only unlock when you defeat all the enemies. The worst of the glitches is when you defeat all those enemies and the gate doesn't unlock. But those glitches are also quite rare, so there's not too many glitches to worry about, like I've said previously. Either way, there is the challenge completed, as you can see. None of the daily bonuses, which is a shame, but either way, now that this is done, I am going to swap out my Skylanders as promised. So I'll see you guys right after this screen is done with the new characters. Okay guys, so I'm back, and the characters I have is Bash and Zook, which, if you got a quick glance of the next episode and the objectives from that one, you of course saw the elemental challenges, which is the reasoning why I chose Zook and Bash, because of course those elemental challenges were life and earth. But as for that challenge, at the moment we are not worried about it, as we are currently worried about this arena challenge level right here. So as for the objectives, we have the challenge of not collecting any clocks and not eating any food, which I'm sure I can complete to the best of my ability here. And I just realised that Bash is flipping OP in this game. I actually have played as Bash before in this game, but the last time I won 100% in this was when I first got it, and that was a really long time ago. So basically, when I first got this game, I was Skylander hunting with my friend Luke, and this was before I even started making YouTube videos. Like, on this first hunting trip, I was tempted to make a... Oh, darn. We are going to retry here because I accidentally ate food, but either way, back to what I was saying here. Yeah, I was going hunting with Luke, and I didn't record because back then I didn't really record for YouTube at all, and so... the game scared me there, we had a black screen, but either way, maybe I can actually keep on topic this time. I actually wanted to start recording, but I didn't feel like I was professional enough, and I wasn't really ready for YouTube at that point. Like, it was too early in my life for me to worry about YouTube and Skylanders and stuff like that. But either way, on that hunting trip, I was able to pick up the Skylanders Spyro's Adventure for 3DS starter pack, and I managed to get it for £6, which was a real bargain at the time. And it contained the last two characters that I actually needed for my Skylanders Spyro's Adventure collection, which was Series 1 Ignitor and Dark Spyro. So that was the main reason why I bought that game. And also, on that day, we was doing an all-nighter. Like, whenever Luke is around, I always go for like 24 hours. On that day, I didn't actually complete that because, like I said, I was much younger back then and I couldn't manage that kind of thing. But what I ended up doing is I ended up like playing this game all day. And so I did actually play with all the characters, but since then I've actually forgotten how certain characters play, like Bash. And as I previously just stated, Bash is crazy OP in this game, which I completely forgot about. I mean, like, look at him, he's absolutely annihilating these guys. He's even better in this version than what he is in the console, and he's pretty good in the console, I've got to admit. I gotta say, in both versions, he's kind of like the tank. Like, he can deal out a lot of hits, and he can also take a lot of hits as well. So it's a very tank-esque kind of character, if you get what I'm saying here. Okay, we definitely want that a big one right there. And Zook, just like Trig Happy, when you do a double jump, he like launches a bazooka shot at his enemies. And that's a bit like what Trig Happy does, because when he double jumps, if you remember back to episode 2, I think it was when I used him, he did also like shoot out his bullets when you did a double jump with him. Okay, we got all of the radiance there, and I'm pretty sure I didn't accidentally run into food or collect clocks that time. So let us watch to see if we complete the challenges unfold before us. Of course, we got all of this experience, but it don't even matter, as Zook and Bash are already leveled up, and of course we did manage to not eat food or collect any clocks. So we're going to head right back in and complete this Tech Tours challenge here, and it looks to me like the hope of finishing the Riven Rock Caverns in this episode is becoming reality here, because we're only 10 minutes in, and we're going to complete this arena within a matter of about 3, and that gives, and 50 minutes is definitely enough time to finish that one last level here. Even though I do remember that one last level here being hard in terms of finding everything, like even harder than those treasure chests from the first level, which we struggled with at first. It's actually kind of obvious now that I think about it, but you know, sometimes we don't always go for the obvious stuff in life. Sometimes we don't go for the easy stuff either. In fact, no, that's the complete opposite. We always go for the easy stuff when that's not the stuff we should really be going for. Life morals, don't you just love them, guys? Actually, come to think of it, I do actually quite like morals. Like, I like it when people like friends are good at benefiting my everyday life, and they can like point out my flaws but point out like all the good things about me. And that's what my friends are actually really good at, as well as being selfless, like I said earlier in the video. Or at least I think it was this video where I said that. Either this or the previous part, but what does it matter, I said it. And also, going back to morals here, what I do love about movies is I love a good story, and sometimes a good story carries a great moral, and movies with those good morals are sometimes good movies. Like, sometimes a movie is too focused on like drilling a certain moral into your head that the whole movie like focuses on making sure that you understand this moral. When really the better movies are movies that have good morals, but it's really more of a background thing, so it doesn't like force it upon you, and doesn't like try to center the whole movie around you understanding this moral. But either way, there's the challenge completed, so we're currently 12 minutes in, and we're already moving to the last level of the Riven Rock Caverns. And another thing about movies is that, as I said at the beginning of the video, the hope for this video was to complete the Riven Rock Caverns, which, like I said, is looking to be reality. And that reminds me of one line from Star Wars Rogue One, where the main character, I'm sorry I forgot the names, I'm not the huge, biggest Star Wars fan, I've just seen all the movies, that's all. And, yeah, I remember her saying, like, rebellions are built on hope, which wasn't her quote originally. She used it from, like, what one of the previous characters said. And I actually remember that movie a lot, I just don't remember the names of the characters. Because, like I said, I'm not the biggest Star Wars geek, I just enjoy the movies. Either way, as for objectives here, we have rubber duckies, which we just collected one right there. Then we also have radiance, 130 of it to be exact. And then the elemental challenges, which I already mentioned, is life and earth. And we also have to rescue Tixwig, which, let me tell you, that's an awesome name. Wish my name was that. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we don't need to be too worried about speed in this first one, because, you know, we don't need to be worried about speed until the speed run. And how the hell did I miss that platform right there? Okay, there we go, that's better. Yeah, I have no idea how the hell I managed to miss that the first time. And we have the life gate, so let's swap to Zook right here. Oh, darn, that was a double jump. Yeah, my depth perception isn't really great on me today, is it? And I did actually mention Rogue One briefly. It's funny how, like, I mention things and then I come back to them, like, much later in the video. That was close. And, yeah, going back to Rogue One, which was kind of what I implied by, what I was saying before there. Rogue One was actually a pretty awesome movie. I think, Rogue One is can actually be classed as a prequel movie, considering that it was like before the events of episode 4, like literally the ending of it is firstly the beginning of episode 4. So, you can class it as a prequel movie. I personally class it as a prequel movie, and it's definitely the best prequel movie. Not because it's, a stupid good movie, it's because, it's not exactly hard to be better than those prequel movies. Because literally, Star Wars Episode 3 is, really bad, and that's considered to be the good one. So, we're going to, destroy these crystals right here. And we have the Earth Gate right here. So, of course, after this Earth Gate is cleared, we will have the Elemental Challenges challenge completed. So, hopefully, the time limit won't prevent me from completing all the other challenges here. But even if we don't need to complete all of the challenges in, one run like we did that first time. Because I'm not under, time pressure or anything. I mean, we're only 15 minutes in. So we're going to head right up here. The key is right there. So now I just need to find Tiswig. Okay, so we got a timer right there, so that's cool. Okay, I think these things break. Oh, yeah, they don't break, but they sink. And luckily, I managed to just save myself right now. And we even got Rubber Ducky. Man, close jumps I'm making right now. I mean, I know platformers are supposed to be about, tight jumping and, close situations, but, man, I've never been as close to this to death. Except for one time in, a Mario game, where I was literally, right on the bottom of the abyss, and I ended up, wall hopping out of nowhere, and I managed to save myself. And this was when I was playing with 3 other people, who sucked as well, by the way, and, after I did that, I managed to make, a huge comeback. And, I sent a fireball forwards, and that just happened to, bounce off several different, platforms, and, hit the Boomerang Bro. And so, of course, I took him out in advance, and that allowed me, and so, that put me under less pressure, because, of course, I didn't need to worry about the Hammer Bro, and so I was able to complete the level with ease. That's what I'm trying to say here. And so basically, a awesome comeback after being put under extreme pressure, and I just looked super cool while doing it. Basically, sorry for the stuttering here, guys. Sometimes I struggle to say what's coming to my mind here. My brain, sometimes it does interpret information just fine, but sometimes it interprets it in a jumbled up order, and so it takes me longer to process things, and also it takes me longer to think of speech to say on these videos and stuff. And so because of the way my brain deals with things, it's harder for me to sometimes explain what I'm thinking about, if that makes any sort of sense. I'm hoping it does. So now we're going to come back here, and hopefully I can actually clear the main objective this time to rescue Tiswig. But at least we got the other 3 objectives cleared, which is just fine. The only reason why we didn't rescue Tiswig was because I completely missed where his cage was. Actually, come to think of it, Tiswig, when we was on that dual path, he was actually on the right. I decided to go back to the left because I thought that was where Rubber Ducky was. Unfortunately for me, that was where Rubber Ducky was. So, it's one of those situations where you could either choose to, get that last Rubber Ducky, or choose to rescue Tiswig. It was one or the other. And that reminds me of Chapter 2 in Skylanders Adventure of, known as Perilous Pastures, where you can choose to either do the Water Gate or unlock the Life Bridge to get to grant access to the Legendary Treasure. And if you guys go ahead and check out my Chapter 2 Let's Play of that game, then you guys will see what I recommend for you. The funniest thing is that my currently most watched video of that Let's Play for the console version is currently Chapter 4 for some reason. Usually intro videos to a Let's Play are ones that watch the most, but not in my case. It's actually Chapter 4. I don't know, maybe it's because some people are struggling with the collectibles in that level, so they were just seeking some guidance from for 100% playthrough, because of course both versions of this game are being 100%ed by yours truly. Okay, if you guys were wondering why I panicked before, it's because basically I took the wrong path and I couldn't have access to the key, so I ended up jumping backwards. So So yes, I did take damage, but in the long scheme of things, it was worth it because I could gain access to the key, which is the most important part of the thing right now. Oh man, I was about to say that was close, but nope, I failed that part miserably. That's why you got to be a bit more patient with this part, because if you're not, then the other platform will not make it before that one sinks, like what happened to me right there. But we got some more timers, so we don't really need to worry about that. And because Bash is literally the tank and can take a lot of hits, he has plenty of hit points, so he's absolutely fine in damage right now. So we just need to let that thing raise and do some more platforming, of course. So we're going to change to Zook. You know, he hasn't had much glory right now. And we're going to take this right path because, like I said, my theory right now is that Tizwig is actually down this right path here. So, let's just see if my theory is correct. Right after I defeat these guys, of course. Yeah, Zook is actually pretty good in this game as well. I like Zook. Yep, he was right there, so my theory was indeed correct. Don't you just love it when, like, your theories and movies and stuff are actually correct? I actually have a Skylanders theory, but I'm not actually going to make a video on that for a while. I'm not going to make any videos for a while because, as I said in part 4, you know, I've got my retainers to worry about, and until I get used to speaking with them on 24/7, I'm not going to be making episodes outside of the Let's Play. Well, I should say Let's Plays, because this isn't the only one I'm currently doing right now. But either way, we're at 21 minutes, and so after we get Hector's challenge cleared, I'm going to end off the video. So yeah, this video, which was built on hope, that hope has indeed became a reality. And do you guys like the way how I twisted like that one quote from Star Wars Rebels like there? I personally quite liked it. And oh yeah, we also have some text here. So, I wasn't sure I'd ever see daylight again. Thanks for getting me out of there. I'm Tizwig. Now, let me see if I can power up my piece of this sigil. If I tune for crystal energy just right. Okay, with all that's done, we're going to head on back to Riven Rock Caverns and get that last level completed to 100%, so that then we don't need to worry about Riven Rock Caverns ever again. Oh, here we go. Here comes the message about you've been playing for 30 minutes. Would you like to take a break? Which I talked about either in this episode or the last one, you know. We will take a break whenever we want to, game, but thank you for at least, like, trying to get the kids to make sure they go outside or something. But overall, if you have half an hour sessions, that actually is a bit too short for a video game. Like, half an hour, you're only just getting into it, and then you have to, like, go off it again. Like, usually the perfect sessions are, like, around 2 to 3 hours, depending on what game you're playing. Like, my sessions are usually 2 to 3 hours. And then I usually, when I'm not playing video games or doing YouTube videos, I'm usually either watching YouTube or watching movies. Because at this point, it is literally no secret I love movies, because I'm pretty sure I've mentioned about movies at least once per episode in this video, in these parts of the Let's Play here. Like, today's one was Star Wars Rebels, because, not Star Wars Rebels, Star Wars Rogue One. Because of hope and all. And like I said, Star Wars Rogue One, good movie. Definitely the better prequel, because despite the fact it's not a great movie, it's not exactly hard to be better than the prequel movies. Because to be better than the prequel movies, in terms of the Star Wars franchise, you literally need to be good, and that's about it. And if you guys are actually wondering what my favourite Star Wars prequel is, it is the third one, because the third one is the best one, even though the third one is not good. Oh, darn. Yeah, that's because I rushed it again. I really got to be more patient on this stuff. Okay, we're going to destroy that guy right there. Wow, boy. Oh, that sucked. That sucked hard. Okay, let's try it with Bash this time. He's a bit faster on the sprinting. Right when I say that as well. Oh, man. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just failing all of a sudden. Boom me in the comments if it makes you feel better. Actually, come to think of it, booing me in the comments won't be such a bad idea if it makes you feel better. Because I'd rather you guys feel better at my displeasure Because, you know, I'm just that selfless. Which completely goes against what I was saying earlier, actually. Well, I think that's what I was saying earlier, because it's so hard to, like, keep track of what I have and haven't said. Even about what I was talking about half an hour ago. Boom, take that, troll guy. Yeah, man, Bash is so good. I'm actually going to miss this guy. Can I just play with this guy for the rest of the Let's Play? I can easily see why Crash and the Skylanders' favourite Skylander is Bash, because he does base his opinions off console version, and even in the console version, Bash is OP. Okay, so here's a final screen. You'll see the episode. I'm sorry that I have to end the episode here, but you know, all great episodes have to come to an end. But on the bright side, it's not the last episode of the Let's Play at the very least. So with all that said and done, thanks for watching the video, guys. I will see you on the next episode. Peace.